Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. Whenever this reading finds you is the right time. Just keep in mind it's a general reading and see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation. Hopefully bring you some clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, change your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. In the end, always trust yourself. The divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the spirit messages today. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, or higher self, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. Opening advice, wisdom, and insight to be helpful. Please and thank you. Soul solitude. So maybe you or someone else needs a little bit of space, a little time to process something, to meditate, to ground your energy. I feel like somebody might have really cool tattoos as just sort of a side note, or they do their hair in a really cool way. It looks like if there was a situation that was cloudy, having some you time or allowing somebody else the space that they need will clear something up. Also, there will be a window of opportunity here to communicate or to get some clarity on something. But this is you giving attention to your soul, really listening to your intuition, but maybe asking yourself some deep questions. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet. A place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, and a time for you. So whether this is just taking a nice long bubble bath or getting away for the day, hitting the do not disturb on your phone or on your door, it's you creating the space because it's going to plug you back in. You might also have to process or figure something out. I feel like you giving yourself some time to relax is really going to change up your energy and help you see something in a different way, especially if some of you are out amongst a lot of people and you're always like feeling a lot of different vibrations. Maybe you work in a really busy environment, or you have a really busy family, or you have a lot going on and there's a lot of stress and things that you have to attend. If you have a very busy schedule, this is you scheduling in something that is for you, whether you go to the spa or get your nails done, get like a really good shave in a barber shop, or take yourself out to coffee. Even if you have to wake up a little bit early in the day so you have a little extra pocket of time, it's going to do wonders to adjust your energy. So how you handle yourself when you're maybe in a chaotic situation, or there's a lot of personalities going on, or you have to handle, a really busy schedule, you have more of a handle on it because you filled up your own plate. You can't run on empty, and you can't give from an empty plate. But I feel like some of you are making some kind of decision or turning in a different direction. Like her tattoos almost look like gears. Like your wheels have been spinning, but it's like your gears were getting stuck, or you're even getting stuck in your own way on going a direction you want to go. Maybe because of opinions of everyone else, or a schedule thing, or outside energies somehow. And I feel like you need to really become clear with the direction your heart and your soul is pulling you, even if it's a different direction. I hope that made sense. Let's go to the divine dog. What is the divine dog message to be helpful and insightful and bring more clarity to soul solitude? I totally just thought of Shine by Collective Soul. Give me your word, give me a sign, show me where to go, tell me what will I find, will I find? Teach me where to go, teach me how to fly, something, tell me will love be there, what will I find? I may have gotten those words a little bit weird. Maybe I can find a version of that with the lyrics and put it below for you guys. All right, let's get one divine dog message. Clarity on soul solitude, please and thank you. It's funny, I even felt like shuffling those cards, something was getting stuck. So I do feel like something was getting stuck. I put that upright, so let's take both of these. But this is acceptance. This is allowance. This is seeing where your energy needs to be placed and where maybe there's a closed door. Or even like your power is being put in the wrong room or the wrong environment. I feel like you're going to start to feel more powerful by putting the energy back into yourself. Like choices you believe in. It's acceptance also in a situation. Seeing the reality in a situation. I feel like you are going to maybe be more clear about something so you can direct your energy better once you get that clarity. But I feel like that's a very clear sign. So if somebody's giving you a very clear red flag or very clear boundaries on something, you need to recognize those boundaries, give the space necessary, and just kind of go your way. It's also loving what is. So it's loving what you have to work with, who you are, the people that you connect to, the passion in your soul. I do feel like this is where you are heading towards. What makes you passionate? What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel exciting or excited? When I see the waves, I don't know why I thought of this. Like, I don't know why jumping in the waves in the ocean is one thing that makes me laugh like a little kid, like more than anything else. Like I crack up. I don't know why I find it like exhilarating. It doesn't even matter. It can be by myself out there in the waves and I just laugh. And it's like the most genuine happiness. Maybe I should go to the ocean. I haven't been to the ocean in a little while. But this is doing what you love. What do you love to do? What are you passionate about? What makes your soul feel alive? Where is your soul calling you? What is inspiring you? What do you keep thinking about doing and you haven't done or scheduled in? Or, I don't know why I hear allowed yourself to be open to. So maybe it's something new. Maybe this is a new idea that you have. You don't know if you can do it. Don't know if you'll like it. You don't really know until you try it. What if you love it? What if it becomes a thing in your life? I'm even getting that for some of you, if you just follow your passion, your joy, what makes you feel like a kid, I'm getting for some of you, that is going to become a career or lead you to maybe a new career. Or, I hear like switch something up, maybe switch something up in your career. But if you are working in a job where you're passionate about it, you just have so many opportunities that come your way. So much more abundance is in your life because you're in that energy of joy. I don't know what I brought. What did I bring? Let's go to I almost want to find the creativity deck, but I don't think I have it here. So I'm going to pause you one moment. I'll be right back. I paused that at exactly 10:10 in case you like are into numbers and numerology. Maybe 10:10 is important. I also grabbed the Life Purpose Oracle cards off my shelf. I haven't used those in a while. So let's get a creativity message. What would be helpful for the collective right now? A little insight to navigate their creativity, their passion. Please and thank you. Trust. Trust that you were born a creative being and you have never stopped being one. Maybe some of you had a passion that you had a long time ago and you had to put it away. Maybe to do a career. Maybe this passionate urge is coming back in. Maybe you started doing something, I'm even getting like by the book so much that it became kind of repetitive. And this is you really thinking outside of the box, thinking about creative solutions or resolutions or direction. It's the 14, which is like temperance. That's a beautiful energy of balance. Also being able to handle a lot of energy or personalities and streamline something to find that beautiful Goldilocks zone, that perfect middle point with something where it's not too hot, not too cold, just right. That can always be adapting and changing depending on what you're dealing with. There's also a really big peacock here with this girl. So when I see that, I always think of maybe peacocking your energy a little bit, trusting your creative process, whatever that is. Also, if some of you are creative and doing something and you are getting blocked, taking yourself into your own little space or out of a situation for a little bit, even if it's your own little personal project that you're working on, but you keep getting stuck, just switch up your energy. Go do something else, take a walk, go out for ice cream, call a friend, watch a movie, dance around your house, put on a song, and then come back. And then see if something flows better. Because when you keep trying to push creativity, it won't flow quite as easily or effortlessly. Also, the peacock makes me think of communication. Let's get one more. What is another message to help the collective? Please and thank you. And you have to have some courage, maybe to stand out, to do something different, to have a special flair on something. I feel like that cheetah has a very unusual print. Maybe you do something with fabrics, or you're getting something printed. Maybe this is the courage to take the first step with something or to continue with something. Have the courage to see all of the lessons in all of the situations you've been through and face them constructively. Maybe that's what you are going to have some beautiful self-reflection with in the soul solitude. Because if you are facing some things you didn't want to look at, because it's easy to go throughout a busy day and not look at something that has to be changed because you don't have time. Maybe this is going to give you the time to reflect on something you didn't want to see before, so that something can change. But it's also recognizing all that you've gone through and how far it's brought you, how much strength it has given you. You also have a hummingbird and a cheetah in that card. So with the hummingbird, I do think of you being able to run circles around others. Maybe you can handle something and that's why you have so much on your plate. It's also, maybe you have a lot going on in your mind and it's sort of running in circles. Or maybe it's also that you keep yourself busy and when you stop, your mind goes to those things you need to address and see. But when the hummingbird is sleeping at night, it almost stops. It almost doesn't even, like its energy goes down, its temperature goes down. It hardly even has a heartbeat. It really, really rests so that when the morning sun comes up and it zaps them back into motion, they have conserved their energy enough to get back out there. So maybe it is about conserving your energy or getting enough sleep. Let's get one more because I auto-shuffled. What is one more message for the collective to be helpful? On passion, acceptance, soul solitude, trust, and courage. And courage is number 42. That takes you to a 6, which is balance and love. And you are in cooperation, working with others. Your goal can benefit from surrounding yourself with like-minded people. I feel like for some of you, that direction I saw you going that's different might be different because it is away from where your energy is not valued, where they don't even recognize what you're passionate about, or maybe you're not supported. But if it's you distancing yourself from energies that don't exactly groove with you anymore, it's just probably because your energy is changing. And it's not good or bad, it just is. But if there's anybody around you and they're closed-minded and they're not supportive and they're like that mud, you know, on your energy, or always sort of putting up those barriers where you're trying to really develop and flourish, and somebody's telling you you can't. Maybe you need to take yourself out and recognize you can. And that maybe somebody's putting that energy out because they're in the energy of doubt or lack. I also put this upright. So for some of you, you're not just cooperating with the like-minded people or similar energies. You're collaborating. You're actually working really well with someone, or that's where you're heading towards. It's creative people can be inspired by sharing and stimulating creativity in others. So this is where your passion feels stimulated, where you feel inspired, where you feel like there's freedom to be creative and express yourself and be yourself. Not restricted or left. I hear left out of something. Maybe some of you feel left out. I do feel like the right partnership will come through. Maybe this is somebody really different than you, whether that's personality or what they do, but somehow the merging together of your energy and someone else's, or your ideas and someone else's, your creativity and somebody else's, kind of creates I hear a bigger production. Maybe you're doing something where you're producing something, or maybe you're working on a project and somebody wants to produce or even invest or help you have something grow. I'm not sure what that is, but for some of you, that collaboration energy could be with, I hear you and your lover, or you and your partner, your person. Let's see a couple of life purpose oracle cards. You have courage, and now you have strength. This is the strength to step into your own personal power. This is the strength to let energies go that no longer suit you, vibe with you, or are there for your highest and greatest good. This is having the strength to transform with these wings, elevate spiritually, have that power of that horse to be grounded, but you can also fly. It's knowing when to put up your guard, when to put up your shield, and when you don't even have to. You could just fly away and go in a different situation where you don't always have to feel so defensive. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. And this says, have the courage to see the lessons in the situation and face them constructively. This is something that maybe you went through that took a lot of strength, but that you recognize you had to go through it, or you went through it because it brought a lot of change, or helped you go in a different direction, or gave you a lot of self-awareness and self-reflection on what you want for the future. Let's get another message. Body work. I did see tattoos in that very first card. And this is a very spiritual deck of cards. I don't know why the first thing I saw was the tattoos. So maybe some of you do something with body work. Maybe you recognize like a symbol somebody has in their tattoo, and you start a conversation. Maybe you're getting a tattoo that has a very specific energy or symbol. I like that there's also wings here. You do have these big, beautiful spiritual wings. You do have transformation, maybe the desire for more freedom. For some of you, maybe you even do, it's body work, so it's something with physical. So maybe some of you are doing something with your body and you're exercising, or you're a personal trainer or getting a personal trainer, or you do something with maybe dance or yoga, or even Reiki or energy healing. Maybe for some of you, it's about being a masseuse, like, or getting a really good massage. I do feel like maybe somebody's back is a little tense, or some of you are holding some tension somewhere in your body. Maybe it's not even something you did physically, because we can hold stress in our body. And I see somebody like being able to get a big knot out. I feel like it might be a little bit like hard. Like, I am even getting, for some of you, this might be a really little person, but that has the right touch or the right strength to really work out the kinks. I just thought of the Kinks. I just thought of my Sharona. Interestingly enough, that was #1 on the charts on the radio the day I was born. So, my little pretty one, my pretty one, when you're gonna make up your mind. That one. I'll put that in the playlist for you. I also do have a birthday coming up. So your life purpose, I won't tell you the year. I'm not going to tell you what year. I'll let you guys do a little digging if you want to figure that out. But I'm not a spring chicken. Your life purpose involves body work. Also, some of you might be tattoo artists, or you do eyelashes, or makeup, hair. Even some of you might like do piercings. I even see the person that does like microblading. There's so many ways you can like help others express who they are through, like, you know, personal expression, physical therapy, or exercise training. Also, some of you might do something with physical therapy, helping somebody that's been through surgery, or like healing from something. Those are really important people. And it's the right inspiration, because I think a lot of time physical therapy is not easy. You want to kind of give up, but not giving up and pushing through something does help you or someone else gain a lot of strength. But sometimes it's not even the actual like physical activity, it's the inspiration you get from somebody that gets you through it. Also, some of you are really connecting to your spirituality. You are meant to teach. You are meant to heal. You are in a position, whether it's just your energy, your wisdom, maybe your platform. That just gave me goosies. Maybe you're collaborating with, you know, somebody who went through totally different things in their life, but you're like sharing stories. But this is somebody who, I feel like this is somebody who is open-minded, open-hearted, and very accepting to many different paths that can be taken to gain your spiritual wings. There's not one road. You know, what's right for one person is not the same as for another. Where one person's spiritual lesson or understanding is not going to be the same as somebody else. So this is somebody who is able to feel energies and recognize different experiences or even backgrounds, religions. And I feel like this is somebody who's pretty, I'm just getting unconditionally loving towards all of it. So I feel like this is you maybe healing a lot of people or helping a lot of people. Maybe this is a specific religion or heritage or culture or something that you know about, and you can help others see a certain facet that maybe they wouldn't see or they didn't know or they never learned about. But I see you as somehow combining things together, almost like creating your own, like your own personal expression of spirituality. I don't think it's necessarily about religion. It's you heal with classes, sessions, and seminars. So it could be that you are going to a class or a seminar, hearing somebody speak, but I feel like eventually, maybe what you learn or all that you've gone through, you are going to be in the position or the platform where you are the one offering that healing to others. Maybe that's why some of you had to have the strength to go through some maybe difficult situations in your life. Because if you didn't go through these, you wouldn't have the real connection and like empathy, relatability to others, even if their experiences aren't the same. They can recognize the truth that you've been through something. And maybe that's why people are comfortable and become more confident from your teachings. And we all have different things that we are doing in our life, but I also feel like a lot of you have more than one thing that you can be doing. And I feel like some of you are going to have some different chapters in your life where what you're pursuing or what your career is or what your inspiration and passion is in that chapter might be very different from how it was when you were 11 or 20 or 50. I feel like you have more than one amazing chapter that you can do. It just depends on where you are in the moment you're in now and where you can feel yourself heading towards. But I feel like some of you are going to be very, very surprised if you look back in a bunch of years and look back at where you are now of where you went to. I don't think you're going to end up someplace you really expect. I feel like it's going to be like almost mind-blowing if you saw it now, but feels perfect and exactly right when you're there. That was sort of a cool thing to see. I love bringing out different decks of cards. I also had an idea that maybe I would show some of my decks. I have hundreds. One of my friends suggested, he was like, why don't you just do some videos and actually show how many decks of cards you have or how you feel about them. And he goes, I don't think people quite understand when you choose like 3 different decks and it's the same message that comes through, how many decks and how like small that possibility is. How it's not just, you know, you have so many cards. I mean, it's like astronomically small percentage that certain things would come out if you knew like how many I have. So maybe I'll maybe one day I'll do that. I don't know. If you guys are interested in seeing some of the decks of cards I have, maybe I will do something a little different. I did auto grab a spirit message, but this is a different deck. So let's look at this and let's do some tarot. This is, you are so much closer. Oh, this is that breakthrough. You are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. And you've been praying for things to heal, opportunities to appear, and for relationships to improve. And these prayers will all be answered soon. So let's do the tarot. I brought the Wanderers. It's kind of a fun little tarot deck. So let's just get a couple of tarot messages. I hope so far this reading felt inspiring and insightful to you. What is another message to bring some depth to the energy? Here, transition of energy, change in energy, change in direction for the collective. What is the foundational thing to focus and awareness on? So what do we need to see first and foremost? Oh, that you need to follow your heart. That maybe you are going to be starting something where you feel a little bit new, but maybe this is something or someone you are going to fall in love with. It's where it's a young, fresh kind of energy and you don't really know it all yet. It's the Page of Cups. It doesn't always have to do with age. So if this is a new partnership coming in your life, it's not that you never had another relationship, but you never had this relationship or these butterflies or know that much about this person. This could be somebody who has a little bit of the butterflies for you. I always see this as a person who gets looking extra cute just in case they happen to run across you today, or maybe they know they're going to see you. It could be a younger energy, but here it does look like an adult. It can be immaturity like this, but it's usually immaturity because they haven't learned to process how they're emotionally feeling about something because they haven't had that much experience yet. This is usually somebody who is very intuitive, naturally psychic, knows how to read energies, but very emotional. It can also be a message. If this is a message, I usually see it as the person that like kind of has a little crusheroo and is trying to hint and or bluntly ask you to go out on a date, but hasn't had that experience of the night yet. It's usually a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It can be a younger energy. Somebody who has their first crush, you know, they know they really like this person, but they don't really know how to do the relationship thing yet. They're learning. If this is you in a new environment, this is an environment you're learning about, but like opening your heart to and kind of falling in love with. You have the energy of the rainbow. So there is that hope that is restored maybe after the storm. I always kind of see this person as also a little bit of a fish out of water, because usually there's a little fishy jumping out of that cup. So kind of feeling like maybe you're in an unusual environment, or you're the unusual one for an environment. Let's see. Let's go to the same deck. I'll use the same deck, but let's get a little clarity because that's a court card. I also see that as the flirty energy. So somebody could just be flirting with you. You're flirting with somebody else. Oh, wow. Well, if the flirting is going to take you to the 10 of Cups, that's definitely worth saying yes to the date or getting beyond the text. It's also the desire of this page or this person to be in the energy of the 10 of Cups. I would say that's that page's ultimate desire and wish. At the 10 of Cups is coming through. This is around being your family, your chosen family, playing with your kids, being with your honey, being with the friends, or collaborating with people at work that you really enjoy and are happy around. The Ten of Cups is happiness. It's the happily ever after. But there's always the ... and always that acceptance that happily ever after means there's real days, and some days are tough and some days are amazeballs. And that reality of getting to live all of those experiences is what's beautiful. Not living in the, in the storybook, in the fantasy land. It's getting to live in the reality that it is a wish come true. It's choosing to be around people that make you feel good. The Ten of Cups upside down, I kind of see as almost like unfulfilled wishes, or having an unrealistic approach to what a partnership could be, or the work that is involved in it. That it's not always easy, that you do have to compromise and be open-hearted and try to see other people's perspective. I mean, it's such a beautiful energy. Maybe some of you are, it could be an energy where some of you are, I'm even getting nurturing for some of you, if you have younger kids, nurturing their inherent and natural skills of intuition rather than subduing them. I feel like you're maybe like asking some questions like, oh, what did you feel? Or how did you know that? Like getting them really comfortable with opening up to that part of them so they don't become closed off. Because a lot of times if they are told that that's weird or that is unacceptable or that's their imagination, then they block those intuitive gifts rather than allow them to flourish. But I feel like this is something that is bringing this energy of trust. I'm getting that some of your kids are very gifted, or maybe some of you are going to have children with someone and your children will be very gifted. I feel like they will be nurtured correctly and accepted unconditionally and fully. And like, I don't know, I see somebody really flourishing, like growing up to be a really beautiful person. But I mean, everybody's, maybe it's also healing something, healing childhood wounds. It could also be recognizing that if you were taught certain things, my cards are flying all over the place. If you were taught certain things with your family that are not the truth of who you're becoming or what you believe now, I don't think it's having judgment over others for maybe not understanding or believing something different. I feel like you're just maybe seeing something through this elevated perspective, having complete acceptance. But also, apparently I didn't empty my memory card and I totally ran out of room. So I'll have to merge this with wherever it ran out and put the two halves together. But I was about to clarify the Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups. So let's get another message to just bring those two together. What is clarity on the Ten of Cups and the Page? And then you have the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, this is interesting. You are working together with someone. Something is getting set in stone. This is definitely where somebody wants to put in the energy, the effort, and the work. I hear the time it takes. This could be some of you going back to the drawing board or going back to school or being in that energy of the apprentice to learn something a different way, to get your creativity like moving. Like it's like when you put your own flair on something, the more you do something. Maybe you go by the book in the beginning, but then the more you do it, the more it kind of becomes your thing. So some of you could be learning a trade, but this is sometimes having to make some kind of investment in a person, a partnership, something in your everyday reality and your time, so that investment really starts to unfold and manifest pretty big things for your future. So this is where you are in the energy right now, doing what you can, but you know it's going to come back to you. You know something's going to be able to manifest pretty big unless you don't give it the appropriate attention. I kind of always see this upside down, like if you want to be a pilot, you can't go to one class every 3 weeks, because then it's not in your autopilot or your instinct to handle that plane. You have to do something a lot so that it's just second nature. And then like even like a language, you know, if you're doing something all of the time or a little bit every day, you're going to retain it and it's going to last longer. But for some of you, it can be this seminar or this energy, because if you're going to like a weekend thing and you're putting in like 8 hours a day learning about something for 2 days out of the year, you might actually get more information and knowledge and benefit from something like that than kind of going something, you know, a little bit here and there, because you're really intensive in your energy and absorbing something. So whatever this is, it's changing your schedule or seeing where your energy is placed so that, that's at the bottom, so that you create growth for the future. You could have somebody coming in your life, whether this is a platonic friend, a soulmate, somebody coming back from the past, but this is the energy. I like the 6 of Cups. I always see it as a soulmate. Somebody kind of meant to be in your life that you always kind of recognize, puts no pressure on you. It feels innocent and free. Sometimes I see this as a gift. It's also reminiscing or nostalgia about the past, thinking about the past, thinking about the times that you had with someone or you in the past, maybe how you've changed now. But you never quite remember the past in nostalgic energy, exactly how it happened, because you're not there. So how can you take the past and put it into the now so you can have more beautiful nows for the future? Sometimes this is somebody coming back from the past. Somebody shows up out of nowhere back into your life, or this could have been somebody that's been a friend and dear to you for a very long time, and they still are. It's really sweet. I do feel like your energy is very beautiful with someone. Here it's just kind of getting stuck in the past and not recognizing how it made you grow. Or in an energy or a pattern that repeats and it doesn't feel like that happy energy, where it always kind of feels like you're kind of stuck on the wrong page. So you have to be the one to turn the page, flip the script, and write your new chapter. So let's do one more. I did bring the Universe Has Your Back. What is one more message to be helpful for the collective to sum this reading up? Please and thank you. Hope is a conduit for miracles. It does say your prayers are going to be answered, and not just one, but many. I feel like we should pull one more. Uno más. When I'm in alignment with love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. That brings you right back to that first message of soul solitude. Finding that peaceful place and position inside of you. The inner awareness towards every situation and every individual in your life. And if you are in that beautiful energetic alignment, no outside source, personality, person, energy can disrupt that, because you are in alignment, grounded here on earth, tapped into your higher self, and open to the energies of the divine. I hope this reading was helpful. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.